So you have BBC once again speaking about Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Links for what I'm speaking about is in the description. So it seems that the Indian government has criticized BBC Modi documentary. Now it's okay. Now before I even speak or give you my thoughts about what do I think Narendra Modi and BBC, let's get some things out of the way. Now, for instance, if you support Modi, you will say that very irritating, man. Anyway, it's one of the perks of, one of the drawbacks of being outside. Anyway, so what I was saying was, if in case you support Modi, you will say this is fake. If you're against Modi's policy, you'll say that this is true. Then there is the other side. You'll say, oh, you believe BBC News, the fake news. It's like when I was talking about Andrew Tate and I was highlighting the fact that Vice News has reported about Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate supporters told me, oh, so you believe Vice News? Now the problem here is if someone likes someone and a news speaks negative about them, for them that is fake news. Like for example, if you support Trump, Donald Trump, then Fox News is good, but all other news is fake news. So now the question is, sometimes people tell me, oh, so you believe in this matrix, you believe in all the fake news that is going. Then I ask them, okay, listen, BBC is fake, CNN is fake. So which news is true? Reuters? Reuters is also, some people say, fake. Then from where do I get my news? By whom? I mean, should I listen to you? Are you a journalist? Should I follow what you say? Where do you get your news? It's so stupid, man. Yes, I'll agree one thing. There is a certain degree of bias that each and every media and news outlet carries. India's media will portray India in a favorable light. Pakistan's media will portray Pakistan in a favorable light. And yes, then there are journalists who speak against the country, and so this will never end. I mean, we can never reach a common ground, because if I quote my sources, you'll say these are fake. You'll show me your sources, and then I may not agree. So what do you do? So anyway, since we need to at least get somewhere, let's at least offer each other an opinion. Now, is the opinion going to be right? Who knows? Okay. Now, next one after that. Here's one truth that you cannot argue with me. Politics, I'm not talking of which side. Politics, BJP or Congress, Republicans or Democrats, left or right. Do you think there are any saints? Do you think there are pure-hearted people? You think there is no corruption? You think there is no, they say dirty politics, or you say politics. Politics itself gives a very negative feeling, because politics is, filled with corruption, money, power. And where money and power is concerned, there will always be corruption. Okay? So neither BJP there are saints, nor in Congress there are saints. I'm sure that you'll agree. Okay. So the only question is, who has done more evil to the side that you support? For example, if there is a Muslim-led party, they might only support Muslim agenda. For example, in USA, if you have a Black Lives party that supports black people, for them, black is good, white is supremacy. And then you get the other side that say, whites doesn't mean racist. We never bought this up. You're bringing blacks. So now you're creating divide. So that's the second problem. Politics itself is dirty. Corruption is involved. And where money and power is concerned, you'll never find anything good coming out of that. And last, if not the least, always keep in mind, the politicians, their goal is to stay in power, to keep the majority happy. If you don't keep the majority happy, you will not be in power. For example, India, majority are which religion? Hindus. So shouldn't you keep the majority happy? It's simple common sense, right? In any country, let's say, for example, in Saudi, majority are Muslims. Let's assume it's a democracy, and you have a Muslim candidate, Muslim party, and you have a atheist party, and 99% are Muslims. If a Muslim and atheist party were to compete, who do you think will win? The answer is obvious, right? Now coming to Modi's documentary, I yet have to watch it, and I definitely will. But I can tell you that I have watched other documentaries that have held Modi responsible for what happened in 2002. See, first and foremost is whatever happened was not good. Killing people, irrespective of their religion, irrespective of their background, it's all wrong. The problem where poverty is concerned, problem where uneducated people are concerned, where evil minds, they will identify others based on certain criteria. You're black, you're white, you're Hindu, you're Muslim, you're Christian. And the ones they don't like, they will attack them. Now, for example, in a Hindu community, if, let's say, Christians are converting other Hindus to come to Christianity, you think Hindu community is going to be happy? For that matter, if among Muslims you start preaching non-Muslim or anti-Muslim concepts, you think Muslims are going to be happy? And if today, if we Google search, we can find where some Muslims, have done harm to others. Some Hindus have done, like example, Muslims cutting, chopping, killing, or Hindus breaking Christian idols or beating up priests or nuns or dragging them, or there's this love jihad theory that they follow, and they beat up the boys, or if you talk to a Hindu girl. Then in Christians, maybe if you check in USA, maybe if a non-Christian comes, maybe they'll take the Confederate flag, or you get what I'm saying. So all these acts of violence are not happening with people who have good intentions in mind. See, I'll tell you a simple thing. If you're focused on your career, if you're focused on your family, if you're focused on your business or you have something worthwhile to do, do you think you have time for all this nonsense? No, right? I mean, taking care of the family itself is a headache enough. Dealing with office politics is headache enough. Then if you have business or you have a dream or a goal, you don't have time for all this bullshit, man. But the problem is, we live in an interconnected world where whatever we do, say, or even our existence is somehow intertwined with all these incidents. Let's say I am a Muslim staying in a predominantly Hindu community, or I'm a Hindu staying in a Muslim community, and there are some troublemakers there. They can cause harm, right? Why do you think I chose not to stay in India? Because the fear that I might say something on my channel or my blog, and some political party, whether it is Shiv Sena. By the way, if you check my previous videos, when I used to talk of Bal Thackeray, even those days, we're talking of 15, 16 years ago, I used to get, I don't know, some random guy would call me and abuse, me, my family, threaten me, saying that they would come and do something. So, it just never ends, man. It's this has existed since, when. So I'm not just trying to zero down on BJP or India. I'm telling you, these are universal problems that are everywhere. So now, coming to this article by BBC World, do I think the documentary is true? Do I think the allegations against Modi, is it true? Who do I think is true? BBC or Modi? It's a simple question. See, if you go as per law, as per the Supreme Court, in India they've said he's innocent. Like for example, O.J. Simpson, the court said, I'm sorry, he's innocent. So, now who cares? Okay. In some cases, you can even say, let's say, for example, Andrew Tate, is he innocent? Or are they planning, is this this is all a conspiracy by the Matrix, like how he says. He's innocent, but they're trying to destroy him. Or Epstein, people bring this up over and over again. Why wasn't he convicted? Why did he get killed? What about his secret book? You and I can keep speculating. So, if we take it by the book, well, if the court says you're innocent, then you will say, see, people in power are corrupt. The matrix or the ones who control, they will decide what is right and wrong. Well, if we go by that, then the Supreme Court said Modi is innocent. So, maybe he's not. But then, do we go by your verdict? You think Modi is, guilty. So should we follow you? You'll say, no, I'm not a court, I'm just a person. But on the other hand, we have to agree, people with power, people with money, people with contacts, connections, people who hold important seats of influence, they can do anything. Like, best example, Epstein's, that book, nothing has happened. Joe Biden, you found documents, nothing has happened. Donald Trump, till now, nothing has happened. At least until now. We don't know if he's in power later on or his contacts will run out. JFK's assassination. So many theories. Me personally, you know, I know it's a risky thing giving an opinion, but I can tell you one thing. In India, there is racism, just like any other country. In India, people in power, certain people or most, they are corrupt. If I was in a political party and I wanted to stay relevant, and the party says we have to destroy this ABC, you think I can speak against the party and say, hell with you, I'm not going to do it? You want to survive, you need to do it. Let's say you're working in a multinational giant. If your boss tells you sell this product, even though you know the product is bad, you'll sell it. You have to survive. So we are all looking for ourselves, our family, our future, our goals, our agenda. So with regards to what happened in India, there is an element of truth in it. But the media, the people in power, they will choose, or maybe they don't have an option, to show only what is required and hide the rest. Do I believe, people in power played politics? 100%. 100%. I'll just give a very simple thing, man. A simple logic. If someone killed members in your family and you are in a position of power, what are you going to do? Say, I forgive. No, it's okay. Chal ya, let go. Love and hug, Mother Teresa. No. If someone kills, harms, or does something bad to anyone in your family, your blood will boil. So when someone attacked people of one particular religion, the people of that community, their blood was boiling. They approached the ones in power. They said, what will you do for us now? Someone has to take action, right? Now there is one, I don't know, inspector or some guy of the law who stated that Modi had given instructions not to do anything or something like that. I've already spoken about that video. I don't know his name, but many are saying, not many, to be specific, journalists. Some are saying he's innocent, some YouTubers and all that. But then, who knows, man? End of the day, before I conclude, let me finish what I was saying. So, do I believe revenge was taken? Yes. Do I believe murders had happened? Yes. Do I believe people in power had something to do with it? Yes. Now, as far as Modi goes, was Modi aware? 100%. You think when being the leader, you're not aware of what is going on. But did he order? That's whose guess. Or did he say, you do what you want, don't involve me? Which one can we assume? We don't know. I don't know, you don't know. We can only assume. But in the end, actions were taken, people died, and lo and behold, these are just now relegated to pages of history. I've told you very openly in my videos, are there injustice happening to Hindus? In some parts of the world, yes. Are there injustice happening to Muslims in some parts of the world? Yes. In India itself, are Muslims being targeted? I've told you yes. I mean, there's nothing to hide there. You can destroy a mosque which was centuries old. Yeah, that is targeting Muslims. I have not heard in India a mosque which was, a temple which was centuries old, destroyed to build a road. I've never heard that. And every time in the news you get Muslim houses are bulldozed. I mean, it's a common theme. I've not heard Hindu houses are bulldozed. I don't know. You can tell me if I'm right or wrong. See, overall, what I'll tell you is all this does not benefit you and me. Does not benefit Hindus or Muslims or Christians. It benefits people in power. And there are a lot of jobless people who, uneducated, maybe even if educated, but they are jobless. They just want excitement. They just want to do something, and they want to feel part of a group or gang. And then obviously when you have one side that has many gang members, the other side also says, see, listen, we can't be passive. We need to protect ourselves. So then gangs get built up. So then it has to happen. But I can guarantee and assure you one thing. There are a lot of BJP guys who I speak to, and they absolutely hate the Muslim agenda. I'm being honest with you. There's nothing to hide there. In my groups itself, the guys who support Hindus or BJP or are, you can say, Hindu nationalist, not saying all, but these few, very strong, very vocal. And they speak against Muslims. In fact, I've noticed this. Many Hindus are there, or Indians, who outright hate Pakistanis. They'll never say anything good. Only Pakistan or Islamist or terrorist, or even if there's a decent conversation. But for the people who have traveled, the Indians who have traveled, who have been with other cultures and communities like myself, yes, there are bad Muslims. Yes, there are bad people in different nationalities. We must highlight the bad, but that doesn't mean we say all. When you say all, that's wrong. And just having a racist mindset, it doesn't help anybody. So overall, I will watch this documentary. I'm pretty sure it's like the other documentaries that spoke on the 2002 massacre. There are both sides to blame. And the political parties that were in power, they did what they felt was right to support the majority. And obviously, I told you, a Hindu is loyal to Hinduism, Muslim is loyal to Islam, Christian is loyal to Christianity, whatever. You can keep adding that. So, there are no saints here, only sinners. But the sad reality is, the people who suffer are the innocent. And that doesn't help anyone. Is there anything you and I can do about it? Nothing. But the worst thing what you can do is take one side and start hammering the other side and painting all of them with one single color. That helps nobody. Anyway, this is what I wanted to say. Good, bad, ugly, feel free, comment down below and let me know what you think. Because at the end of the day, politics, there are only winners at the top. The rest are all pawns which are willingly sacrificed. And the biggest loss is always the opposite side. Anyway, give me your thoughts. This is me signing off. You guys take care. Chalo.